Yo, what's up YouTube? It's No Jitsu here, back with episode 1 of the Oakland A's MLB The Show 22 franchise. Today, we are going to be introducing the roster, showing our review for the series and all that. But yeah, this is going to be an amazing series. Can't wait to get it underway. MLB The Show 22 is here for everyone now, with the release of it today for everyone who bought it. You know, I've had it for a few days, but yeah, here we go. We're going to be taking over the Oakland A's, as you guys know from the team reveal video. 30th in rank, 30th in contact, power, 29th in pitching. The worst team in the league, or bottom 3 team in the league. Spent no money in this offseason. The view I look to go with this series is spend a little more money than they do in real life, but still keep it very realistic with trades and signings and all that good stuff. I also mess with some sliders to try to make sure the CPU is as realistic as possible. That is the view I look for the series. For the settings, GM contracts, I am going to turn off because I don't know how bad we're going to do for the first few years. I'm going to turn designated hitter is going to stay on. Extra inning runner will go off because I think in real life they're going to remove it pretty soon, and I don't want it in here. For this, we're going to go manual everything except scouting. I just like to let the CPU scout for me, and I will pick the best players I think available that they have scouted. So we're going to start in regular season, and now we're about to reveal the roster for the 2022 Oakland Athletics and get into this series. So we're going to start off going through our roster here. Starting pitcher. First off, I want to say, as y'all know in real life, the A's just traded Sean Manaea, and I executed that trade in the game. Just want to let you guys know that. So here we go, going through the roster. Starting pitching, we got Frankie Montas, I think could be a really good piece in the rotation for us. He's a fireballer. He had a great season last year. 187 innings, 3.37 ERA, 118 whip. He is going to be good if I don't trade him. He seems like a guy that it might be a deadline deal if I trade him, because he's got this year and one more year of team control. Do I think we can compete by then? I do not know. So that's kind of just to see how everything's going, depending on what we'll do with Frankie Montas. Old B potential, 75 overall starting pitcher James Kaprielian. He, as well, I think he'll be decent for us, but he's another guy. I think we might keep him a little longer though, because he's cheap contract this year. He's got another year renewable and 3 more years arbitration, so he's got a lot of team control left. I see no reason he'd be a guy we'd look to trade. He had a solid season last year, 119 innings, 4.07 ERA, struck out 123, 1.22 whip. So he's going to be another guy that I think is going to be really good for us, but he's one I definitely think we should keep around. So we have Cole Irvin, a 28-year-old lefty starting pitcher, but another one of those 28, 29-year-old starters. Cole Irvin, he's not amazing. I think he could be decent for us, and he's got some team control. It's another guy. We'll just kind of see how it goes with him. But for the first year, he shouldn't be awful. Hope he develops a little bit more. 178 innings last year, 4.24 ERA, 133 whip. Another solid, not great, not bad season. Cole Irvin should be okay. Here is where the pitching begins to fall off, and I think we're going to have to look to maybe sign someone out of free agency just to fill a hole, maybe get traded at the deadline. First up, our 4th best pitcher in the whole organization is Brent Honeywell Jr., who's a 27-year-old, I hate to say it, but failed prospect, 27-year-old, 67-year-old, now down to C potential in this game. He doesn't have a ton of growth left. He's only thrown 4 career innings in the majors. He'll be in our rotation to start the year, but not that great. Next guy in the mix for that 4-5 spot in the rotation is Gunnar Hoglund. He's a 22-year-old, 66 overall B potential starter. A lot more potential, a lot more chance to grow. I wish I could keep him in the minors for a year, but he might have to go straight up to the majors. He hasn't pitched in the majors yet. I see more promise in him than a lot of the other guys we have in this organization, pitching-wise. The rest of the guys here. Next up, we have Zach Lowe. He's 25-year-old C potential, 66 overall left-handed starter. He's still got some room to grow. He could be decent, but he definitely won't be starting the year in the opening day rotation. Then we have the biggest piece in our pitching system in the minors or in the majors. It might be too early, but we'll see. Ryan Cusick, one of the 4 pieces acquired in the Matt Olson trade with the Braves. The other 3 were Shea Langoliers, Estes, I believe, another pitcher, and then Christian Pache. But Cusick, A potential, 65 overall, 22 years old, fireballer starter. If he develops like I think he can, he could be a guy we even try to call up around the trade deadline if we move Montas. But yeah, I'm super excited about Ryan Cusick. Then we'll kind of go through the rest. JT Ginn, another pretty good prospect, C potential, 22 years old, throws hard. Another guy I think we could develop. And Aller, we'll just kind of go through the rest of these guys. Nobody else is really that good though in this whole entire system pitching wise. There's Joey Estes, the other guy. He's pretty good potential, B potential, 58 overall, 20 years old. He is going to be an exciting piece for our pitching. The bullpen, where it is weaker, even weaker than the starters. Start Adam Kolarek, 33-year-old starter. He's not that good. Guy probably would look to move in the trade early. He'll be a lefty to start the year on the pen. You got Deolis Guerrera, another 33-year-old. This guy's 70 overall. He's never really pitched good except for one season in the majors, back in 2016 though. Another guy I'm probably looking to move in a deal, or just he'll round out the middle relief guys. Then we have Austin Pruitt, another 32-year-old, 69 overall. He's a little better than the other 2. Hopefully he performs well and can at least give us someone sort of trustworthy in the bullpen to start for season 1. And y'all know, with this team, we're not competing season 1. Season 1's going to be a year to develop our prospects, find some guys to build around, and hope we can, with this money ball. Of course, we're going to spend more money than in real life they do, but we're not going to go overboard. This is going to be like I said, a realistic series. But let's move on. Paul Blackburn. He's in one good season, 2017. Not really excited about him. Sam Selman. Same thing. Colin Pusey or Pelus. Colin Pelus. He's young. See potential though, but he could develop and become a bullpen guy for us. But by the time he would develop, we probably have other guys. Next, AJ Puck. Another failed prospect in this organization, but he throws heat. So, and I might need to change that rating a little bit, because I feel like he's a little higher overall than that. Probably a little more potential. You guys let me know in the comments down below if we think what we think we should do at Puck. I'm thinking maybe a 65 upper C if it's not already there, just so he's usable, because I think he's going to be in their bullpen day 1. And the rest of this bullpen arms aren't that good. Aiden McIntyre, he has a YouTube channel. Y'all should check him out. I think he's got a little better potential than that, so I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix a couple potentials for this team and for some other teams. But yeah, Aiden McIntyre. That's another guy. Y'all should check him out on YouTube. And yeah. Really just got one guy to be excited about in the closing pitcher spot. That's Lou Trevino, our best reliever. He is nasty. Even on this team, he's going to be great. 3.18 last year. He had 22 saves, 4 blown, 1.25 whip, 73 innings. The contract gives us some control. We'll see how everything pans out, if he's a guy we trade or if a guy we keep around for a couple of years. But that is our bullpen. Not good at all. Catcher position, and this is one of the stronger positions in the Oakland A's system, and a position that really makes me excited for the future. You start with Sean Murphy. Great defensive catcher, got some pop, 27 years old, 83 overall, B potential, highest overall player in the whole entire team now. He hasn't yet to break out in the majors, but I'm hoping this is the year. If it's not, we could be looking to move on to him with the guys coming up behind him. Next, Stephen Vogt, great backup catcher, played for the Braves last year, my favorite team. Most of y'all probably know that, but yeah, he's a great clubhouse guy, should be able to help develop some of the younger guys. Excited to have him. Then we got Shea Langoliers. One of the biggest assets acquired from the Matt Olson trade is Shea Langoliers. A potential, 70 overall, 24-year-old catcher, so you're going to try to get him up here quick. Great fielder, got some pop. Should be able to develop that pop as well in AAA this year. I hope he develops well and is a guy we can use at the catcher position. Then we have Austin Allen, who's listed as the catcher, but he's going to play the secondary position for us at first base, probably for most of the year. He's a big power bat. If he can get going, get some consistent playing time, he's a guy that could develop and become a good bat for us. Another a potential catcher prospect, Tyler Soderstrom. He is 20 years old, 68 overall. Not great at anything right now, but got some good pop, lefty, good speed. Soderstrom is another catcher that I think could play really well. Or if his bat's good enough and Langoliers is up there in the majors, he can move to another position because I think he's got that flexibility. He's athletic enough. Rest of the guys, you got C.J. Rodriguez, 67 overall, C potential. Kyle McCann, and that is your catcher group here for the Oakland A's. Exciting. First base, we have absolutely nothing other than Lawrence Butler. He's a 65 overall, 21-year-old, but C potential. Not really a first baseman in my eyes, more of an outfielder. We have nothing here. This is why Austin Allen's going to start the year here. Nothing to be excited about at first base here after the trade of Matt Olson. So that's a position we're definitely going to be looking at in the draft. Free agency, trades. If we're going to trade Montas, we're definitely going to try to get a big first baseman prospect back. Second base, a position we're okay at. We got Tony Kemp, who's going to start the year in the majors. Our starting second baseman. I like Tony Kemp a lot. Very underrated player. Great contact. Sneaky pop. Great fielder. A good team player to have around. Last season, he had a solid year. Hit 280, 8 homers, 37 RBIs, 800 OPS. It's a really good year for him. A guy I'm hoping has a good year. If he performs really, really well and we're bad, a guy we could look to move for prospects at the deadline, or maybe we keep him around. We'll see. But yeah, Tony Kemp. Next, Christian Lopes. Then we have Nick Allen, B potential, 63 overall, 23-year-old second baseman. Can play third and short as well. No power whatsoever, but a decent contact hitter, great fielder, good speed. We'll see about him if he ends up playing it all a lot for us or anything. Got Joshua Wright, Elvis Peralta, Max Sherman. So those are our second basemen. Pretty good. Don't worry too much about where you see guys, major, triple, single, double A. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to get the 40-man and all that set up before the next episode when we actually are going to play opening day. Because this episode is just getting to know the team. I think we're going to sign a free agent here at the end, give us our outlook on how I'm thinking of doing the series. But yeah, Sheldon Noisy. The reason I said that was he is in AAA right now. He's going to start this season on the Major League roster. It's crazy to say this, but he's one of the better guys we've got. 72 overall, C potential, 27-year-old. Solid hitter, great fielder, solid speed. He's not really panned out in the majors yet, but hasn't really gotten a fair shake. If he gets to play every day at third base for us, he could be pretty solid. Next, we have just Jordan Diaz. Unless he develops the potential, he's not going to be that great. Zach Geloff, though, 66 overall, B potential, 22-year-old. I could see him being really good for us. He's got the hitting stats even early. So if he develops those, he could be our starting third baseman by next year. We also have Jeremy Ironman. He's not as exciting because he's 25 years old already. Maybe we could throw him in a trade to help get some more, I don't know, or he somehow develops. We'll see. That's the rest of the third base group. We have shortstop, and that starts off with Elvis Andrus. Been here for a few years. A couple of years. He played with Texas most of his career. That's where, he was pretty good at. But he's a 73 overall, C potential, old shortstop on the final year of a $15 million deal. Definitely a contract we're going to try to move. Hopefully he can perform well first month and a half. Bump up his trade value. We could get at least something for him of value. But yeah, Elvis Andrus, he could be fun to play with for a little bit of time. Next to short, we got Logan Davidson. Decently exciting prospect. He doesn't really have the potential, but I could develop the potential. 24 years old, that's the only thing that holds him back. Logan Davidson, C potential, 66 overall. His stats aren't that great, but he's a okay fielder and got some good speed. Next, these next two are probably the two of the best prospects in our system, and I'll give a little more on how I'm going to do prospect stuff in a few episodes, or or towards the end of this episode, but how I'm going to do it episode-wise. But yeah, Robert Porson, 64 overall, B potential, 19 years old. That's what's most exciting. Right now, he's really just fast, good contact for his lefties, but he's got a lot of room to grow. Should be able to play in Double-A this year, starting at shortstop, and I'm excited to see how he can grow and become a good player for us. Also, we have their draft pick last year, Max Muncy. No, not the power hitter for the Dodgers. Different one. He is 19 years old as well, 63 overall, B potential. More of a power hitter than Poisson, a little slower, and about the same defensively. Next, we have Kevin Smith, one of the better guys acquired in the Matt Chapman trade. He is a 25-year-old, 60 overall, B potential. I think he deserves to be like a 65, though. So I think he's played some, but we'll see. I'll look through overalls, potential, stuff like that. But yeah, good versus lefties. He should get some time to play somewhere, probably more of a Triple-A guy, and the other two Double-A, middle infield. But yeah, we'll see if he can develop as well. Nothing else really at the position other than Andrus and those three. Here left, we have Chad Pinder, super utility guy, 30 years old, 73 overall. He's been with the A's his whole entire career. I intend to keep it that way, at least till the end of this season. He's a solid player. You know what you're getting. Not a great hitter, but when your team's not so great, he can move around, play where you need him to play, and that's what he's going to do for us. Depends on what we need. He'll smash lefties, so excited to hit some bombs with Marco Gonzalez, maybe. Good fielder as well, can play great anywhere we move him. We'll see where he ends up playing to start the year. But yeah, Chad Pinder, pretty good player. Chase isn't that good. Tyler Ramirez. We really don't have anything else on left. Well, Lazar Armenteros could be solid. 55 overall, C potential, 22-year-old left fielder. And I think, hold up. One player we're going to need to edit, one of the lower D potential prospects too, is Eric Thames. He actually might play corner outfielder, first base for us. We're going to have to add him to the roster because he's not here. But yeah, he could be decent. Brian Bulvas, not high overall, not good, not amazing potential, but he's 19, maybe he could develop. In center field, we have Ramon Laureano, another guy. He's in Double-A. He's going to start this season in majors. He's pretty solid. He's had some good seasons in his career. Got busted for steroids, and he might be a guy we look to deal for that reason. But we'll see if we keep him. Good stats. He's going to play for us start of the year. He's going to be one of our better players. Good power versus right, good contact versus left, great arm, decent fielder. He could be cool to have around for a little bit. And now one of the more exciting prospects, him and Shea, biggest part of the big Matt Olson deal was Christian Pache, a Gold Glove caliber defender. He's going to make every play you need him to make, amazing plays as well. If you've got there's some spring training highlights, you look it up. He's been amazing. Great guy. And hopefully he can develop the hitting to go along with the defense, but he's going to play opening day in center field for us with the defense, speed, and just hope the bat comes to him. He's only 23 years old, so he's got a lot of time to grow and should be a great player for us to have. Gabriel Maciel, 23-year-old, B potential, 68 overall center fielder as well. Great fielder, not a great hitter, great speed, so we need really a big bat in the center field prospects. But yeah, pretty good group with Laureano, Pache, and Maciel. Least we have the right fielders on this team, starting with Seth Brown, 76 overall, C potential, 29-year-old right outfielder, could play first base. He should be a solid player for us. Big power bat, going to hit a lot of homers. Good fielder, so he can move corner outfield. He'll probably play right for us, so where his main position is. Last season, he had a pretty year. In 281 at-bats, he hit 20 homers. It's actually really good. Does it show homer per at-bat? Yeah, 14.1 at-bats per homer. That's pretty good. It's a big power bat, good fielder. He could be useful for us during this season and in the future. Next, we got Billy McKinney. He'll be a solid backup. That's what he's been his whole career, really. So, Billy McKinney, good power, good defender. Could be cool to have. Stephen Piscotty, he as well has been with the A's a lot ever since 2017. He's not that great, but he'll be a good backup before we let him walk in the offseason. No real prospects here, and I need to make Eric Thames real quick. There we go, there is Eric Thames, and that is your right field group. So that will do it for episode 1 of the Oakland A's MLB The Show 22 franchise. I'm super excited to get this series going. My plan for these series is maybe get through a month and one or two episodes, probably 2 episodes a month. That can get us through the season relatively fast. Maybe some months we do 1 episode and that. And I'll mix in prospect grades or rankings at some point throughout. But yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. Drop a like if you're not already. Subscribe if you're new. Next episode will be out soon. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.